What's up, guys? It's Lauren here. Today I'm gonna be coming at you guys with a story time. If you are new here, hi, welcome. This is so weird to say. If you are returning, how are you doing? I'm so glad that you're back. And even if you're new here, I'm really glad you're here and that I have your time right now. So today's video is going to be a story time about the time that I got catfished, y'all. I got catfished. I never in my life thought this would happen to me, and it did. And there were just so many red flags, so many moments I should have just left and I did not. But let's get into it. It's low-key gonna be a two-part story time because I did end up linking with another boy after this, and that was also chill. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't good. Also, by the way, my energy isn't gonna be as like, because my daughter just went to sleep, so I know she's not fully asleep. I know she's being nosy, trying to listen to what I'm saying. One more disclaimer, I'm wearing a headband wig, okay? You can obviously tell. She's cute though. I got her off of Amazon. I didn't feel like doing my hair, so I popped this baby girl on. But let's get straight into the video, okay? So this story time took place in 2021. This was 3 years ago. I was 22 at the time, so I've grown a lot from this story time. I've heightened my standards tremendously since then. I also just want to say, at this time in my life, I was not looking to seriously date. I was just kind of building my roster at the time, to be completely honest with you. I wasn't really looking for what I'm like in the mentality for right now. But I was just kind of like going with the flow. I definitely had my car back then, so I was for the most part pulling up on ninjas and leaving when I pleased type of thing. I wasn't looking to go out on dates or like, you know, wine and dine. Like, that wasn't my mentality back then. Again, I'm 22. Zamaya was still like within her first year of life, so I just was still like recovering from my last relationship with her father. It was just a whole lot. So when I met this boy, we're gonna name this boy Plum, okay? He's just gonna name Plum. I remember his profile vividly, okay? On paper, physically, he was my type, all right? I like a teddy bear type of vibe. I like a belly. I just like a man. Like, I want to know that you can like pick me up and not be huffing and puffing afterwards. I don't want to lay on no ribs. I don't really like abs. I don't like flat stomachs. To this day, that's definitely like my physical type. Who knows if that's who I'm gonna end up with, but I'm just letting you know that's my type, okay? So when I see his profile off the bat, I'm like, ooh, like, you might be in my top 3, you know what I'm saying? Like, in my top 3 players on the team. Like, I'm looking to recruit. Like, you really might be one of the main ones. That's the mentality I had. I do remember that. And I do know that after this whole thing, I definitely 8 times out of 10 will FaceTime a man before I link up with them, because I need to see what you look like. I need to see what you look like. And ladies, if you don't do that, please start doing that. It's also just more of like a safety precaution. You can kind of get to know their mannerisms a little bit more. Also, if you hear a little like fidgeting, I have a hamster now, so you know, they be up at night and it's like 10:30, so apologies. But I did not FaceTime Plum before I met him, and I know that we exchanged numbers because I had called him when I pulled up to his house, but I don't remember how long we were talking before we linked up. But the time came to where he asked me to hang out, and I was gonna pull up to his house, okay? So where he lived, I was close to where my daughter was. At this time, I had a schedule with her father, so I would have like my baby free weekends. I don't know if we were doing like 1 week I had her, 1 week he had her, or if like I had her during the week and he had her on the weekends. Regardless, on this day he had her, and where I was like maybe 20 minutes max from where he was, okay? So I was closer to my daughter then than what I would be at home. Keep that in mind. So the day comes, and I remember I got in my car. I'm excited. I'm like linking with a new boy. Yeah, la, la. You know, I'm still getting a little nervous. You know, you get those little jitters when you meet someone for the first time. So When I pull up, the address that he gave me, for some reason it wasn't really like specific of like if it was that house or if it was the one to the left of it or to the right of it. So I call him on regular phone, right? I call him on regular phone call, okay? And as I'm driving on the street that I know he lives on, I see a boy standing outside also on the phone, but I'm not thinking anything of it because I remember I like had a good look. I'm like, okay, he just happens to be on the phone at the same time I'm on the phone. I'm driving, okay, but slow down the street because I know he lives on the street. He's gonna go, oh, I think I just saw you. Are you in the such and such car? And mentions the car I had. And I'm like, no, 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 no. No, no. That wasn't the boy I just passed by. No, 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 no. So I'm like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. And he's like, yeah, turn around. Like, I just saw you pass by me. I'm like, oh my gosh. My intuition literally told me, was screaming at me. Actually, she was screaming at me. She said, girl, when you turn around, keep going down that street and go back home. Go back home. And I didn't listen. I wanted to see it through. Why? I don't know. But hey, if I didn't see it through, I wouldn't be here telling y'all this story, okay? So I turn around and I pull into his driveway, okay? The way his house was, it was like the driveway, there's a gate, and then there were at least 2 to 3 cars inside the gate. Not like inside, but it was like a short gate, maybe like waist length, and then 2 cars parked closer to the house. So the 2 cars parked, and then the house is right there. So I can't even park in the gate. I'm parked on the driveway. He was like, you could just pull right here. I'm like, oh my gosh, okay. So why does he walk around to the passenger side, tries to open the door? I'm like, we're not leaving anywhere. I'm not going out in public with you. So I unlock the door, he gets in the car. So I look over at him and I'm just like, in my head, I'm like, you do not look like your pictures. You do not look like your pictures. You do not look like your pictures. Like and it's not even like it was like, oh, maybe he just needed a haircut, because I know like a haircut for men is like their makeup, but it wasn't even that, y'all. Like I could push past that if it was just like, if you're still cute in the face, but you need a little cut, like that's fine. I mean, now, no, I'm not tolerating that, especially on the first link up. But, and also at the time, this wasn't like a date. It was literally just like a hangout, and like chill, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like just icked out. Oh my gosh, just automatically. Even his voice doesn't really match how I thought. Like I know over the phone I could have also like taken into account like he does not even sound cute. And I was just kind of in the car. I was definitely just kind of like to myself. I wasn't trying to be all like showing body language of interest or anything, but he's like, hey, like he's automatically complimenting me. I'm definitely not shooting any back because I don't even know what to say. Like I can't even think of a lie of a compliment to say, because he's just not cute and he just does not look like his pictures. Like, oh my gosh, I don't know if those pictures were like from high school. I don't know. And we were around the same age, because I know at this time my age like limit was definitely probably like maybe 2 or 3 years older than what I was. So like 21 to 25 type of thing. So he definitely was not like much older to where it's like, okay, he's holding on to high school photos. Like I don't know when those pictures were taken, but that boy in the picture and what was sitting in front of me, Plum, you do not look like that. You do not look like that. So he's like, oh my gosh, like you're so beautiful, like I'm glad we got to meet up. I'm like, I bet you are. So he was like, I just want to let you know there are some people in my house. What? Icked out. He's like, yeah, there's some people at my house, like some of the homies are there. And I don't know if he said his homie's girl was there. I don't know if it was his cousin, his friend, his sister, I don't know, but he does mention that a girl is there. So at first, I 1000%, if he just said that only his homies were there, I would have been like, I'm not going inside, we can just in my car and I will dip afterwards. Like, I'm not about to sit in the house with a bunch of men that I don't know and with you, and I'm extra mad that you catfished me. I don't know what could happen. I'm just one girl. Like, no. But he did say there is a girl in the house and she also has her kid there. So I definitely felt a little extra safe. I'm like, okay. And I know he knew I was a mom, so I feel like him saying the kid part kind of like brought some comfort to me, because I was like, okay, like a girl is there, a mom is there, okay, cool. I'm also keeping in the back of my mind though, like I also hope that this girl isn't like not a girl's girl. It is like weird, or like, you know what I'm saying, like she could be like one of the bros, and I don't know, like I don't know. So I'm still keeping that into mind, and we chop it up for like maybe a couple more minutes and then we go inside. Okay, so we go inside, and when we walk in, it's a pretty big space. Okay, so it's a pretty big living room. I don't remember the exact like setup, but I know that there were stairs to go upstairs, and I didn't like walk into a kitchen or anything. But where we walked in, it was like a good amount of space between where everyone was, and they were all like around a table. I don't know if they were playing a game or eating, but they were just all gathered together. I did see the kid, I did see the girl. There were at least 3 to 4 other guys there. Okay, so Plum walks me in and we walk towards that group. I'm getting a little nervous because I'm like, I don't know how this is gonna go. Again, I don't know how this girl's gonna react. But I remember I was polite. I said hi to everybody. They said hi to me. It wasn't any weird vibes. The girl said hi to me. She seemed cool. I was like, all right, cool. Like, nobody's on no weird shit. I'm not getting any weird vibes or anything. So we ended up walking back towards the front door because there's like a couch. And I don't sit on the couch. I sit like on this chair that was next to the couch. So I'm sitting there and I'm already just kind of like in my head, like, yeah, I'm gonna be here for like 30 minutes max. Like 30 minutes max, and I'm dipping out. I'm figuring out a way to get out of here. I remember I like crossed my legs. I'm definitely like to myself, you know, the whole like sitting on the edge of the bed when you first link with a boy. Like I was definitely doing that, but on the chair. And he starts to roll up. Okay, so at this time I definitely was very heavily, definitely very heavily. I've cut down so much now. Like I literally just do it on the weekends, if that. Like I can't even tell you the last time I did. Like I've just cut down so much. But anyway, at that time in my life, when I was baby free, I definitely was a lot. Okay, so he starts to roll up, and automatically I know his body language. Like he's very verbal about like how attractive he is to me. He's like definitely leaning in while he's rolling up, trying to make intense eye contact, and his back is facing his friends, so I can see them. They're not really paying us any mind or anything. Like music is playing, it's like whatever. Okay, and I have my legs crossed, and he's like leaning close to me, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. And he starts like feeling up on my leg. He starts feeling up on my leg and stuff. I'm just kind of like, I'm kind of turning my leg a little bit, just kind of like, you're getting too comfortable. And also, why are you trying to feel and touch on me in front of your friends? Like, who are you trying to flex for? I'm not here for that. I'm already icked out. You have about 20 minutes left of my time. Like, no, in my head, I'm already trying to plot of like excuses on why I need to go. So he finishes rolling up, and he was like, I need to go take a shower. Like, can you come upstairs with me? What? You need to what? Bro, and it's definitely like 3-4 o'clock at this time, like midday, and you had all day to shower. You had all day to shower. Even if you didn't shower, from what I smell, you didn't stink. So it's like, okay, bro. Okay, so that was a red flag for sure, because bro, what? He doesn't say it super loud or anything. Like if he was trying to say it all loud and like flex, I definitely would have been like, no, I'll stay down here. Like I will embarrass you right in front of your friends. I don't care. I don't owe you anything. If anything, you owe me back my time, and you owe me back, oh my gosh, let me not get upset. So we go upstairs, you guys, and there's no one up there. Okay, he gets his clothes or his towel or whatever. We go upstairs into his room, so he's getting his stuff together. I'm thinking I'm about to just sit on his bed on my phone while he goes to shower, right? Y'all, this man fixes his mouth. He fixes his mouth to ask me, will you come in the bathroom with me while I shower? What? never in my life, never in my life, and even to this day, have I never had a man ask me to go into the shower with him on the first link up, okay? The first link up. First of all, let's review. You already catfished me. I couldn't even park beyond the gate because there's more than 2 cars near your home, okay? 3, you have hella people in your house. You're filling up on me. You're filling up on me while you're rolling up, trying to be like, we boot up or whatever. Nigga, I just met you, okay? You're inviting me upstairs to go shower, and now you want me to come in the shower with you? With you? You're crazy. But what's even crazier is I said yes. I agreed, okay? I voluntarily put myself in this situation. Like, at this point, there's nobody to blame but me, because that should have been my cue to go. That should have been my cue to exit this boy's house, but I did not, okay? Again, I'm 22. This is 3 years ago. If this was me now, first of all, I wouldn't even be leaking with the man right at his house on the first link, okay? Period. Take me out. Thank you. Thank you. So I agreed to go into the shower with him, and automatically I'm like, I'm finna be on my phone. Like, I'm not looking at nothing. I'm not trying to, no. Don't be thinking nothing. I'm talking loud so that your friends don't think that you're doing anything with me. Like, no. So he begins to start playing music, and the way his shower door was, he had like a towel on the outside, so I couldn't even see like waist down good, because I wasn't even gonna be looking anyway, but he did have the decency to put a towel right there, okay? Where did I leave off? Okay, yeah, so he has the towel on the shower door. Okay, cool. I believe I'm gonna have to re-download Snapchat, or I might have put it on my close friends on Instagram at the time, but I definitely did record myself in the bathroom like, bro, this boy really asked me to come in the shower with him. Like, oh my gosh, you can't make this shit up, bro. So he's playing music. We're like talking a little bit. Like, it's not a full conversation. It's like little comments or whatever. And he gets out the shower. Oh, he and I were smoking while we were in the bathroom, okay? So I would just like get up, give him the blunt like this. When he was ready to give it back to me, he would just stick his arm out, and then I would grab it and sit back down on the toilet. I'd have to put the seat down, duh. And yeah, so we were smoking in the bathroom, okay? So by the time he gets out the shower, it's kind of like hot box. I'm definitely high, all right? So he gets out the shower, he has the towel around his waist or whatever, and then I don't know if he does like skincare, like brushes his teeth or something, but after that we go back into his room. And right when I get in his room, you guys, I stand against the wall. Look, I'm just like this. I'm like this on my phone, okay, while he's getting changed against the wall. His bed is like next to me like this, and I'm just, because I'm not sitting on your bed. Like, I don't know, I just was already icked out. I just didn't want to be there anymore, okay? So he's like, come sit down. Ooh. I go sit down on his little bed or whatever. I'm definitely a good little distance from him, okay? At this point, he's trying to lean in and kiss me. I think I gave him like maybe 2 or 3 pecks. Like, I don't remember like making out with him. Like, I don't think I could bring myself to do that. And he's basically trying to like be weird, like extra weird. He's like, you know, we should make some money together. Like, I have some money opportunities for you. Like, you could really run it up. At the time I was not working. I was basically like a stay-at-home mom. I was basically a stay-at-home mom at the time. It was like post-COVID, so I was just getting unemployment, and I was doing like somewhat okay financially. So I'm actually very blessed in hindsight that I was able to be a stay-at-home mom. Zamaya's like first 1.5 years of life. But yeah, so I wasn't really like, I wasn't working. I was just getting unemployment, and that's how I was surviving, and I was doing like fine with it. So he knew that, and he was like, yeah, I could like help you make some money, like we can make some money together. And in my head I'm like, are you trying to pimp me out or something? Like, I'm not with that. That lifestyle is not for me. No thank you. Like, I'm politely declining no. And I remember telling him like, oh my gosh, if this was out the whole video, that's so embarrassing. I remember definitely being like, no, I'm good. Like, what do you even mean? He wouldn't even really get into detail about what he meant. So I was kind of like, this is something I'm definitely not trying to partake in, and you're definitely never seeing me after this again. So I'm really not even trying to give you a slight little like slither of hope. No. So I'm like really at this point, I'm really like plotting. Like I need to get out of here. I need to get out of here. So I'm like, okay, what can I do? And ironically, he goes downstairs to get something, or like his homie calls him. For some reason, he leaves out the door. Ironically, Zamaya's father calls me, and he was like, hey, like, Zam wants to talk to you. So I'm like, oh my gosh, like, bless my daughter right now. It's like she knew that mommy was in a bind. It's like she knew. So I excuse myself to the bathroom, and I'm on the phone. I'm definitely high, but like I'm talking to her, and I'm in there for a good like 10-15 minutes, y'all. Like I'm in there for a minute. At the time, her dad and I were like somewhat cool, like cool enough to have like a decent conversation. Now I keep it very minimal with that man. Like y'all don't even know. Oh my gosh. Anyway, so I come out the bathroom into the room. Obviously he's back in his room. He was like, is everything okay? Like I didn't know where you went. And I think he actually did check on me at some point. And obviously Zamaya's dad did not know that I was with the boy, so I had to try to play it off and be like, yeah, I'm fine. And then like he left me alone. So he was like, is everything good? I'm like, yeah, everything's fine, but I do have to go. And this is where my little plan came into handy. So in my head, I'm like, this is perfect. So I was on the phone already for a minute with my daughter. I could easily just say that my daughter's father has to go to work. He got called in, and I have to go pick up my baby. And I'm really close to her. Like I'm literally 15 minutes away from where he is right now. I have to go. Like I have to go right now. You know, they're needing him right now. Like his shift is about to start. Like I can't even chill for another hour or nothing. Like I really gotta go. So I basically tell him that I'm like, oh, like my daughter's father has to go into work and I need to go pick her up. Like I have to go. So he's like, oh, like okay, like I'm really glad I got to see you. I hope to see you again. Like let me know when you get there safely. Let me know when you get home. Yada 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 yada. I'm like, yeah, like I will. Give me another kiss. I'm like ew, literally like inside. So I end up leaving, y'all. I get out of there. Thank God I get out of there. Okay, y'all. When I tell you, when I got in that car and I backed up, I went to that contact and I pushed block. That man never heard from me again, and I never heard from him. So yeah, he got blocked afterwards. I was like, never again. This was such a weird encounter, So I was so annoyed that I looked really cute. I had a low bun and like this black romper that was like short sleeve, butt was poking, boobies were tittying, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't too much boobage, but it was enough. And I looked really cute, and I was like, I'm not trying to waste this look on this catfish ass man that just wasted my time. I'm gonna link up with somebody else. So I had someone else in my runner-up, you know, in my auditions folder of my roster, and we had been texting for a minute as well, but I don't think I'd ever FaceTimed him either. But he definitely was like, I think I knew for some reason, I didn't know that he wasn't gonna be a catfish, but I was kind of like, he seems decent enough to hang out with to where like my night won't be of a waste, in which it literally was. So this part of the story is gonna be like kind of separate, but definitely very short. It's not gonna be as long as this previous one. So if you made it this far, I love you. But I hit that boy up and I'm like, hey, like you wanna link? Mind you, y'all, nowadays I would never ask a man to link up, ever. I would never fix my mouth to ask a man to hang out, no. But I ask him, of course he says yes, duh. So he sends me where he is, okay? Where he is like a good 20-30 minutes from where I was. And mind you, when I went to Plum's house, that was already a good 30-40 minutes from my house. So now I'm like an hour and some change from my house. But I'm like, screw it, bro. Like I already had like a boring, annoying night, so I'm gonna link up with him because I ain't got nothing to do. I'm still baby free. I'm gonna take advantage of this and get some more attention, and hopefully some attention that I like. So I drive to the second boy's house. We're gonna name him Conceited, okay? So I pull up to Conceited, and when I pull up, I notice that I'm pulling up to a dorm or like a off-campus college situation, like off-campus living situation. And I'm like, huh? This man did not tell me he was in college. So I tell him that I'm here, and he comes out and he didn't even attend the college. So I don't know if he was at his homie's house. I don't know if he was visiting a girl. I don't know. I don't know to this day who he was with, but it was kind of like very much giving bum, and just kind of like, if you weren't at your crib, like you could have just said that and we could have linked up on another day. Like, that's a little weird, but I mean, clearly he didn't want to miss out on an opportunity to hang out with a baddie, so I can't blame him too much, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, so he comes out, he gets in the car, and we like drive down the street a little bit to our parking lot, and he rolls up and we smoke, okay? So y'all, when I tell you this whole entire encounter, I hung out with him for maybe an hour. All he did was talk about himself. I can't even tell you, but you know, I feel like every girl's hung out with at least one boy or two who has just talked about themselves the whole time. And even when you try to like relate or like share something that you maybe similarly went through, or like something that you could just try to think like you can bond over, he just circles it back to himself. And it's just like, okay, you could sit here and talk to yourself, and all I have to say is damn, that's crazy. Ooh, yeah, that's crazy. That's all I was saying, literally. So it got to a point where I was like, I'm not even gonna try to like share anything about me, because this man doesn't care. He just wants to hear himself talk. And also, I remember his profile on the dating app being like very much like birthday on this date, his sign, like, let's just, well, I don't care, I'm gonna say a sign, big Taurus energy, birthday on May, da da da. Like, okay, nobody cares, bro, nobody cares. So he was just one of those personality types that was just very much out there. Nowadays, I like my man to be very calm, cool, and collected. You don't need to be the loudest man in the room. Calm down. You don't need to bring attention to yourself. I don't like out there personality men. Please shut up, sit down, do what you need to do, and leave. You don't need to make friends with everybody around you. Shut up. Let me be the personality. And even then, I'm not the type to like be the star of the room. Like, I'm very much to myself, reserved. It just shows so much maturity to me. Like, you don't need to be chopping it up with Henry behind us while we're in line, like at the grocery store or something. Like, shut up. Anyway, sorry, that was a little ramble. But oh my gosh, these little fuzzies are really annoying. But so after him talking for a minute, he starts to tell me about like these girls that he would talk to. Things were going fine while they were texting, you know, they were following each other on the gram. And then he's like, yeah, I linked up with her afterwards. She just unfollowed me, and you know, I asked her why she had unfollowed me. She just ignored me, and I don't understand. Like, I'm a real cool guy. Like, you know, a lot of people want to talk to me. I got girls talking about something. Oh, I can't believe that you follow me on Instagram. Basically trying to be like he like famous or something. I'm looking at him like, you're annoying is what you are. You're annoying, like literally. Are you even tired of talking, sir? Like, and I don't care. I don't like when men bring up other women while we're hanging out. I don't care. I don't. And I know why she's not talking anymore. I know why she unfollowed you, because you're annoying, okay? And these girls that you're saying, they're like, oh my gosh, I can't believe you're following me. Oh my gosh, I can't believe like that we're talking. Like, ew, it's giving pick me. And I'm not that type of girl. I'm not about to be sitting here and be like, oh my gosh, conceited, I can't believe that, you know, you agreed to hang out with me. Like, I'm so happy you're here. Like, no, not me. I'm cool. No, that's disgusting, literally. Ugh. So after that, I definitely knew mentally I was not gonna hit him up again, and I think we were following each other on Instagram. After like a couple weeks, I did unfollow him, so I know he was butthurt about that. Like, I'm already knowing, but I think that's honestly funny, because it's like, sir, like, you need to do some self-reflection, some inner like work, because you're annoying. If there's a pattern of a lot of things happening, it's time to look back on yourself, okay? But yeah, y'all, so after that, I took my ass all the way home, long drive, and yeah, that was just ridiculous. Like, 2 link ups that were a fail, okay? And I never talked to or saw those 2 boys ever again. I think I might have like kept conceited around a little bit just to have like an extra player on the sidelines type of thing, but never like on the main team. He was never on the main team. Also, y'all, I'm sorry, this like strap from the wig is sticking out, so apologies for real. But yeah, y'all, that's the end of this story time. If you made it this far, thank you. I hope that you enjoyed it. No shade or anything to the people in the story time. I doubt that they're ever gonna see this, but if they do, I mean, it is what it is. Like, it was 3 years ago. It's not that deep. It was just for entertainment, and I just needed to share with y'all about the time I really got catfished. Like, that was crazy. I've never ever seen a man's profile and then not seen the same person in real life. Like, oh my gosh. And I didn't even think that men could catfish for real. Like, what, bro? But I hope that you guys enjoyed. I will see you guys soon. Have a good night or a good day whenever you're watching this, and I'll see you in the near future. Bye.